Good morning. Today is Thursday, May 13th. It's a variety day and a white cohort day. All students, faculty, and staff, don't forget to order your lunch today for next week by 8:45 a.m. today. Attention AP students who have an exam tomorrow. Please check your SGJ Labs email today for important exam day instructions. Today is the last full day of the senior auction, which will end on Friday at noon. Be sure to check out your favorite items before it's too late. There will be a bake sale to benefit the senior class today. The bake sale will be during lunchtime in the following locations: Ranger Breezeway, first floor, Streeter Dining Hall, and upstairs in Streeter. Faculty and staff, there will be product in the mailroom. Seniors, yesterday you received an email from Ms. Hale, peg.hale@sjjlabs.com, with the subject of Update Request Postgraduate Plans. Please be sure to take a moment to complete the survey. Even if you are not planning on attending college next year, please complete the survey so that we can be sure to update your postgraduate plans. Juniors, on Wednesday, May 19th, VSAC will be hosting a virtual Managing College Cost presentation. The Zoom link will be shared out shortly. Be sure to mark your calendar at 7 p.m. on the 19th for this informative presentation. The French Club will meet today in Newell Hall 12. If you would like to join on Zoom, just email Madame Morans for the link at emorans@sjacademy.org. Thanks to everyone who has already returned their library books. To help you remember exactly what you have checked out, Mr. Barnes will be sending out emails to everyone with overdues. Once that's completed, returning students are encouraged to check out books to read over the summer. Mr. Camelia's joke of the week. This message is for the person who stole my eyeglasses. You better give them back. I have contacts, you know. And happy birthday today to Elmore Dickstein, Linda Wong, and Joshua Colby. Happy birthdays. And for sports, we have boys tennis versus Stowe at 3:30. Please release the team at 2:10. Girls tennis at Stowe at 3:30. Please release the team at 12:15. Girls ultimate at Montpelier at 4. Please release the team at 1:30. And JV and varsity boys lacrosse at Hartford at 5 and 6:30. Please release the JV team at 2:30. Good luck and have an excellent day.
Thank you, Sierra. Good morning, everyone. I have some late announcements. Our congratulations from the math team goes out to Jenny Lee and Theodora Montague. Members of the St. J math team participated for the first time in the annual Trig Star contest sponsored by the National Society of Professional Surveyors, which is based on the practical applications of trigonometry. The contest recognizes the best students from high schools throughout the nation. Jenny scored the highest on the team, followed by Theodora. Only difference was one question. Jenny will now be in the running to represent Vermont on the National Trig Star exam, where she has a chance to win $2,000 and lots of glory. So congrats, Jenny and Theodora. Good job. So in sports, varsity boys lacrosse lost to BFA Fairfax. Varsity boys ultimate lost to CVU. JV baseball lost to Colchester and Brattleboro. Varsity baseball lost to Brattleboro and to Colchester. Varsity softball lost to Colchester. JV softball lost to Essex, but beat Colchester in their first win, 14-10. Good job, guys. Varsity girls lacrosse beat Rice, 13-11, and the JV team also won, 14-1. Good job, guys. Girls tennis beat Rice 5-0, and boys varsity tennis beat Rice 6-1. Yesterday, the boys track and field team beat MMU 90-60 behind the 1-2 finishes in the 800 by Evan Thornton Sherman and Gabe Hatch. They ran the 2 fastest times in the state this year. Hale Boyden won the 1500 and Kai Lillyquist the 3000 for the distance sweep. Miles Thornton Sherman won the 200 and the pole vault. There's so much winning in track and field. It's so fun. The girls beat MMU 82-66 behind Hannah Angel's win in the shot put and discus. Hazel Fay won the 400 and 300 hurdles, Lizzie Jones the pole vault and high jump, and Desiree Mendez the 100 hurdles to lead the girls. Good job, everybody. That's really fantastic. Love reading the track and field. Okay, so I have a short message for you today, but then we have a lot of excitement to come. So I've been thinking a lot in the last few weeks about how we can keep from hurting each other. We're reminded every day of the ways that we do, from being careless with language to literally attacking one another in deadly ways, as is happening in Israel in the past few days. Not all hurt is the same. Some we feel physically, and I know most of you have experienced that in the course of moving about the world. Some we feel emotionally, and sadly, I know each of us has more experience with this kind of pain than any other. And it's the most various and slippery because we can feel it viscerally, which is literally in the viscera, which is the gut, or in the chest, where it can send a pang, or in the throat, where it forms a knot and can keep us from speaking. There's a scale of hurt that is wide and contingent, from being struck by a baseball, or losing a loved one, or hearing a frightening diagnosis, or being cut off from home, or being made to feel ashamed or diminished, or being treated cruelly or carelessly, or reading news and stories that shock you with their revelation of pain of others, the pain of others, to suffering very real pain, whose origin is nevertheless not clear. The easily legible kind of pain has a built-in obsolescence, because not only are we able to reach out for help to assuage it, others reach out to us. And their attention, whether it's stitches or empathy or generosity or just simple kindness, is a balm and a counterweight. Having others recognize our pain and empathize with it is the beginning of making it go away. The pain that we feel that is about shame, or the casual cruelty of others, or that has no obvious cause, is arguably the most difficult to bear, because too often we're alone in it. And being cut off from the counterforce of others' love and understanding has the opposite effect of reaching out. It gives fuel to pain, which may explain why arguably the most difficult pain, aside from the pain of tragic loss, for us to bear as individuals is public opprobrium. Now, opprobrium, it's a nice Latinate word, is the response for general consumption to disgraceful acts or unworthy behavior. And it can apply to everything from war crimes to a lousy Broadway play. Its purpose is to call down the disapproval of others in hope of counteracting something objectionable or offensive or criminal. It's public action, and it's the root of protest. So wherever power has been changed, women getting the vote, civil rights, environmental justice, it's been at the root of those changes, opprobrium. One reason it's so powerful is because people are willing to be much crueler and more direct in condemning what they see as a big impersonal force, like injustice, than they are to people, especially people that they know. But opprobrium is a powerful force precisely because the public censure of our peers is keenly painful and difficult to bear unless we are what they call thick-skinned, meaning unless we're impervious to pointed attacks. Is there anyone you know who is impervious to pointed attack, to ridicule or public shame? Are you? It's critical that we have this tool in our political quiver as citizens. But there's a difference between using opprobrium to achieve justice and using it to feel the temporary satisfaction of outrage. I'm still thinking about how best we can talk about this together, because I think learning to understand and navigate it is critical to living in the over-public world that we live in. I'd like us to talk about it together. But in the meantime, please, please remember to pause and imagine the impact of whatever it is that you're doing or saying on an actual person with actual feelings. And do your best to spread kindnesses, even small ones, because you never know how much they're going to mean to the person you're being kind to. Thank you. Now I'd like to invite Theodora Montague to the stage. She has a message from student government about composting. Theodora.
Good morning. My name is Theodora Montague, and I am here on behalf of Student Government's Environmental and Composting Committee. We have put together a video on carbon footprint for you this morning, so please enjoy that with your advisories after chapel. This is the last project our committee is going to do this year, so it's the last opportunity I have to remind you that compost goes in the green buckets. There are green buckets on every floor of every building that people eat lunch in, and the compost goes in them. The salad containers are also compostable, so if you have a salad or even some of the hot lunches that come in those like brown boxes that open, those go in the compost when you're done. This is a really important habit for us to get into as a school community, so please make an effort to do that today. Thank you.
Thanks, Theodora. And now I am delighted to bring to the stage Mr. Eckel and his Brain Bee team. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Howell. 2 weeks ago, Amy Barth spoke from this podium about how participation in high-level competitions gives us the opportunity to demonstrate our ability to embrace and meet difficult challenges. This year, the science competition students in both Brain Bee and Science Olympiad demonstrated that ability. In February, the team led by seniors Gavin Gaffori, Sierra Shippey, and Anita Surmach finished second at the Vermont Brain Bee, a neuroanatomy knowledge competition. Anita won the individual portion of the state tournament, with Sierra and Gavin finishing in the top 8. Anita went on to represent the Academy and Vermont at the National Brain Bee in April, competing in the company of 100 of the top neuroanatomy high school students in the country. Going on, in March, the Science Olympiad team competed in the Vermont State Tournament, a science knowledge competition covering, in this competition, 9 high school level science areas. The team won the state championship, and all members earned medals. Winning gold medals were Anita Surmach and Ida Berghoff in anatomy and physiology, Luke Youngju and Ellie Sin in water quality, Miles Thornton Sherman and Patrick Griffin in fossils, Luke Youngju and Patrick Griffin, again, in electric circuits. Silver medals were won by Jenny Lee and Eric Chen in fossils, Miles Thornton Sherman and Aurora Achilles in Codebusters, Eric Chen and Riyad Hassanov in ornithology, the thing with birds, and Anita Surmach and Ida Berghoff in disease detectives. I hope you can all help congratulate them and give them some of the Academy love for their effort and representing us so well. Now, these science scholars have yet another round of challenges with peers of national standing as they compete next weekend in the National Science Olympiad, where there will be 23 high school level and early college events. Right now, I'm going to ask that Miles, Luke, and Anita present our Vermont State Championship trophy to our head of school, Dr. Howell, and I'd like to ask them to say a couple words about what participation in the science competitions has meant for them at the Academy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So for taking part in both Science Olympiad and Brain Bee, I was able to gain insight into the medical field and as early as in high school, and I definitely recommend joining if you would like to explore topics such as neuroscience in more detail. Yeah, thank you.
Over the past 4 years through Science Olympiad, I've been able to visit universities across New England, including MIT, Harvard, Dartmouth, Brown, and at these competitions, compete and collaborate with students with similar interests. on topics that usually are not covered in the usual classroom experience.
One of the main things that I really appreciate about Science Olympiad as an opportunity that is offered here at the Academy is that it allows you to really invest time in fields that you otherwise wouldn't be able to do. For example, fossils and cryptology, which are things that you can't really take classes on in high school, are things that you can spend hours upon and just like exploring and really getting a good understanding of, and then testing your skills against like-minded individuals. It's a really fulfilling experience, and is why I really recommend Science Olympiad to anybody who has any interests in any scientific field, from forensics to chem lab, fossils to astronomy. It's just great. So.
So this is a spectacular trophy. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you guys. And I think all of you have to recognize that this is a state championship. And when you win a state championship, you have the opportunity to ring the Colby Bell. So I would like to invite all three of our Science Olympiad Brain Bee folks over to Colby to ring the bell this morning. Congratulations, you guys. All right, thank you.